In the MCU, everyone's favorite foul-mouthed, trigger-happy rodent has always been known as Rocket, but where did he get his name? And what species is he really? Warning, spoilers ahead. As the last movie in James Gunn's trilogy of sci-fi epics, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 sends off its team of misfits in high fashion. Rather than saving the universe, this time around the gang is on a mission to save Rocket's life. But to do so, they'll have to scour their friend's past and find a way to bypass a kill switch activated inside of him. As the story unfolds, the audience is treated to flashbacks of Rocket's origin. In them, we learn how he was experimented on by the High Evolutionary to become the hyper-intelligent, jaded rodent we all know and love. Audiences get to see Rocket go from a baby raccoon to creature learning the basics of science, all the way to innovating on the High Evolutionary's processes. And naturally, there's a point where the audience learns where Rocket got his namesake. As the High Evolutionary teaches Rocket, the little mammal sees a ship take off and correctly identifies it as a rocket. Later, when Rocket and his cohorts are in their cages, they discuss naming themselves. This is a small act of rebellion against the High Evolutionary, and the designations he's given them. Rocket's friends name themselves Lila, Teefs, and Floor. When it's Rocket's turn, he recalls how he has always dreamt of going into the sky, and remembers the ship escaping the power of gravity. In that fateful moment, he gives himself his true name. Given his tragic upbringing, it's no surprise that Rocket is deeply insecure about his body and his place in the world. He has a long history of getting offended when people refer to him as an animal. He's been called everything from a rabbit to a badger. Peter Quill calls him a raccoon, an animal Rocket has never heard of.
What's a raccoon?
What's a raccoon? It's what you are, stupid.
Ain't no thing like me except me.
Each time he's compared to an animal, Rocket explodes in anger. He's always viewed himself as one of a kind, so being compared to a rodent or a critter is perhaps the greatest insult to him. However, Rocket's sense of self is challenged when he finds a lab on the High Evolutionary ship housing other animals, including a cage of baby raccoons. As Rocket opens the cage and the babies quickly flock to him, he sees a label. And it's at that moment that Rocket learns what he's been all along, a raccoon. In the comics, Rocket has always been Rocket Raccoon, but explaining his species in the movies has been on the back burner in the MCU, where he's only been referred to as Rocket. That changes during his final confrontation with the High Evolutionary, as Rocket lets him know once and for all that he's not just an experiment, he's Rocket Raccoon. It's a celebratory moment where Rocket fully embraces who he is. He's spent a lifetime running away from his past and the painful memories that lurk there. But with one defiant statement, he makes it clear that the High Evolutionary no longer controls him. Rocket's calling the shots from now on, and he has his family to back him up. With their help, Rocket takes on the High Evolutionary one last time. Rocket is indeed a raccoon, and it's nothing for him to be ashamed of. After all the trauma and abuse he's endured, he's finally come to accept where he's from. This newfound sense of place and identity allows him to move on as the new captain of the Guardians of the Galaxy.